Hi friends, it's Aubrey. My freezer has gotten very full, and so today I'm going to show you some dinners that you can make in about 30 minutes using things from your freezer. So if that interests you, keep watching. For tonight's dinner, we are having Korean beef bowls. I pulled some ground beef out of my freezer, and then I had all these other ingredients in my pantry. And so you'll need a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, about 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Sometimes I'll do a little bit less just so it's not so sesame forward. You'll need a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, and then about 3 cloves of garlic. I just use the stuff that comes in the jar from Costco. And then you'll give this all a really good stir. Put your ground beef in a pan and get that heated up. And then you'll go ahead and put this sauce right on top of the ground beef and start to stir. Be sure to scrape out your measuring cup so you get all of the sauce in with your ground beef, and you can even double the sauce if you like it extra saucy. I normally let this heat up for about 5 minutes or so and stirring occasionally, and then that gives me time to make a vegetable. We did broccoli this evening that also came out of the freezer. And then with the broccoli, I just always put a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper on it. And then I also had some rice in the pantry, so we got that cooked and plated this all up. And we love keeping these ingredients on hand in our freezer, pantry, and fridge just to make a quick and easy dinner. As you can see, my freezer is really full, so it's a good thing that I was doing this video for you guys. But for tonight's dinner, we are going to have some tortellini that I had in my freezer along with some garlic bread. And I had sauce in my freezer that needed to get used, so I pulled that out. And I also had some in my pantry just in case we needed a little bit more. So I got my water boiling, and then while that was boiling, I went and found my sourdough that I'm going to use to make into some garlic bread. I also had some ground beef in my freezer that needed to get used. And as you can see in here, my other freezer is also very full. And so I pulled out this bag of broccoli to hopefully finish that one up. And once my water was boiling, I dumped the tortellini in. When it's not frozen, it normally takes about 2 minutes. So I let it cook for about 5 or 6 minutes just until it looked done. And then I seasoned my bread with some butter and garlic powder and put those into my very dirty air fryer that needs to get wiped down. But we got that cooking for just a couple of minutes to get it toasty, and then the tortellini was ready to drain, and we got the sauce and the ground beef all mixed up together and added a little bit from the jar just because we didn't have quite enough from the freezer. My broccoli was also almost done, so I got the tortellini stirred together. And then I seasoned my broccoli with some salt and pepper. And once everything was well combined, we plated this up. This dinner was a really easy one, and I love to have these kind of things just in the freezer ready to go when you need a very simple dinner that everyone in the family will love, especially the kiddos. And this is what the final plate looked like. It was delicious, and we love this tortellini. I highly recommend this one. For tonight's dinner, we're going to make this Kevin's chicken that I had in my freezer. It comes together really quick. We're going to let it thaw on the counter for a little bit. We also have some freezer clearance naan, so we're gonna pull that out too. And we'll probably also do some sort of freezer veggie. It'll probably end up being broccoli because that's what the kids like right now. But pretty much everything from this meal, except for the rice, will be coming from the freezer. And I know this meal is a little bit cheaty, but sometimes these pre-prepared meals, if you can get them on sale or on clearance, are a really good thing to throw in your freezer because they make it so I don't want to go out to eat because I can eat a delicious meal at home. And that's what we did this evening. We had some green beans, and then we also made some garlic butter naan. And I just heated up the chicken according to the package instructions. I did let it sit in some warm water just to thaw out a little bit so it would be a little bit easier to break apart on the stove. And once the chicken was warmed up, I went ahead and added the sauce on top, and I normally just let this come together about 2 or 3 minutes in the sauce and get it all warmed. And then we served it over some rice with those green beans that also came from the freezer. And it is delicious. If you haven't tried this Kevin's meal, I highly recommend it. It's one of our favorite Kevin's meals that they have. So if you see this one on clearance or on sale, definitely try it out. So this dinner may take a little bit longer than 30 minutes depending on the size of your pork tenderloin, but we had some pork tenderloin and risotto in the freezer, so we just cooked everything according to the package instructions. This risotto is from Trader Joe's. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite things from Trader Joe's, so if you haven't tried it, definitely pick it up and try it out. And this meal came together pretty quickly. I mean, it did take a little while to cook, but it didn't take very much effort on my part, which is a great meal in my book. For this last dinner, we made hamburgers, and if you saw my grocery haul video for this month, or for last month that was posted this month, so just like 2 weeks ago, I showed my amazing ground beef haul that I got from Target, and these burgers were part of it. They were in my freezer, and I decided to pull them out for dinner this evening. My husband is normally the guy who cooks all of the meat if we're doing steak or burgers or hot dogs. So this evening, he cooked up these burgers. He seasoned them with salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And once the burgers were all the way done, then we added in some red onion that we had in the fridge and got that sauteing just in the burger fat. And we also had buns in the freezer that needed to get used, so we added a little bit of butter and toasted those in the air fryer for just a minute. They got nice and toasty, and then we had cheese and ketchup and mustard and other toppings, so we just made our burgers how we liked, and these were delicious. We haven't had burgers in a while, but I'm definitely going to add them back into the rotation. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope this gave you some ideas of things that you can make in about 30 minutes from things already in your freezer. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I make 2 videos a month, a monthly grocery haul video, and then some sort of other pantry cooking or other home related content. So if that interests you, definitely stick around, and I hope you have the best rest of your day. Bye!